Hi everyone, it's Rob here again, out for another camping trip. Now, this is night 2 of my Easter long weekend trip, and I'm camping in a spot that I'm not really too keen on, but after last night, getting absolutely soaked, the leeches and all the sorts, decided to just camp in a campground where I can set up a fire, stay warm, hopefully stay warm, and just have a relaxing night. Now, it is pretty crowded here. There's some tents over there, there's some people down on the lower level, and some people there playing music, and just pretty much all around me. So I'll go for a walk probably, depending on weather, either later today or early morning, because when people have had a few drinks, they might be saying, or tend to say, hey, why are you filming me? So in the morning while everyone's asleep, that's probably a better bet to hop out and show you guys what this campground is like. Now, I am going to get out and set up my tent first, get all that prepared, because yeah, it's a little bit challenging with the weather. Usually I can sit outside for a bit and then get set up, but today, as you can see over the windshield, over my windows, it's absolutely covered in water. But it's not raining too much right now, so I'm gonna get out and quickly set up my tent. Okay, so there it is, all set up over there. This is the 3-man tent tonight, not the 2-man, so the tarp doesn't cover it as well. And just on my bonnet or hood here, I'm just drying out my air mattress from last night. That was pretty soaked. So I'm hoping this dries out before the rain starts. They do dry out relatively quick, these air mattresses, so, and the car's still warm, so that will speed it up as well. Anyway, I think it's time to crack open a beer, and then we'll think about getting some food on, because yeah, I haven't really eaten today, and I've done a decent hike down to a waterfall, so I think it's time to have some food soon. So I've just rigged up this dodgy tarp setup. I've got a few coolers holding down the weight on the corners, and I have this tarp pole here which I think I broke, so probably have to look at getting a new one, but that's all good. When it does start to rain, I think as long as the water doesn't pool in the middle, I can just push that up. We should be fine. So I have cracked open a beer. I've got another bintang, the Indonesian beer. So Indonesia's favourite beer, according to the label anyway. I had this in my last video, so like I said in that one, when you have your first one, it's a little bit, well, for me anyway, it was a little bit, I'm not too sure about this. But after you have, 2, 3, 4, or as you get drunker, they seem to go down okay. Would I try it again? Or would I buy it again? Probably not, seeing as the price difference is, well, they're all the same. The cases of beer seem to be around the similar mark, so probably wouldn't buy this again, but it was good to give it a go. So cheers, guys. Okay, so the rain has definitely started to pick up again, as you can probably hear, and give you a bit of a view of what we're dealing with outside. So water's already coming off the tarp. I just need to see if it's going to pool here. I'll just have to, well, it is going to pool. So I'll just have to empty that as it fills up. But all in all, it's pretty good. It's holding up well. No issues at all. And yeah, beats sitting in a tent the whole time, doesn't it? You can actually sit outside, a bit of a view, see what's going on. In the tent, you can't really do any of that. So for a cheap mock-up shelter, where I don't have to buy a gazebo or a shelter, not too bad. All I used was some coolers as weights on the corners and use this tarp pole here, and it seems to be holding up fine. But we'll see how it goes as the rain gets heavier and it starts to pool. Okay everyone, sorry about the terrible audio. Usually I'll set my camera down and explain everything, but I just watched the last clip back and it came back terrible audio wise. So I'm just going to explain close up to the camera. Going to set up my cooker. We're going to have some burgers tonight, which I will show you in a minute what we're actually having. But here's all my equipment that I actually need to start cooking. So once I get all this set up, get my fry pan on, get it on heat, we'll pull out the burgers and we'll get some food going, because like I said earlier, it's been a big day. Got up early, did a hike to a waterfall, and I haven't really eaten since, so I think it's time to chow down on something pretty yummy. Okay, so here I have some Australian beef burgers, classic style, so they look pretty good. I've had the same brand but with thyme and basil, I believe, and they went down a treat, so we'll get these on. Might throw a few eggs on with them, and hey, I can't see anything going wrong with these, especially when you're hungry. I think you're onto a winner with burgers. So I'll get these put on the heat, we'll get these cooked up, and we'll have a really good feed, I reckon. Okay, let's give these a flip and see how they're going. They're looking pretty good, aren't they? And they smell pretty amazing, so looking forward to trying these out, guys. Got some brioche buns over there. Going to cook up some eggs, and I think these will go down a treat, so yeah, can't wait to try these. Okay, I think it's time to give one of these a go. So I've fried up my egg, got my burgers all cooked, got my brioche bun here. So let's serve it up and see how it goes. Okay, so that looks pretty awesome. Got a fried egg in there. Just a classic beef burger and a brioche bun, and it looks and smells pretty amazing. So let's give this a go. Cheese. Oh wow. That is actually amazing. I'm definitely going to go through both of these, and I don't know what it is, if it's the egg, the bun, or just the whole lot combined. It just tastes incredible. So I'm going to enjoy my dinner, guys, and I'll get back to you when I'm done. Okay everyone, so that dinner was fantastic. Can't complain or knock it at all. Now the rain has thankfully stopped. I do want to get a fire going. It's just the rain's on and off. The fire pit is probably waterlogged. Which means it'll be hard to start a fire. But I do have my own fire pit with me. The only predicament I have is, do I set it up here or out in the open? And when I say here, I do mean out in the open. Probably somewhere just by that orangey brown coloured boulder. That way I can still get some heat from it, and it's not completely waterlogged. It's currently dry, so I can actually start a fire in it pretty easily. Now, others around here, they have marquees or gazebos set up over the top of the fire pits, which I have never actually done. I've never actually thought about doing it, so it seems to be working for them, but I think under this tarp here is not a good idea. So I'm thinking just by that orange boulder there, maybe set up my fire pit and just see how we go. I mean, if it goes terribly wrong or the rain starts up again, it just extinguishes, so that's probably the worst that can actually happen. Or I get smoked out, but that's okay. I can just get up and walk outside. So I might grab out my fire pit, set it up, and try and get a fire going. Okay, so I've just got a 4-piece fire pit that kind of just slots together. So I'll get this made up quickly now, and hopefully the rain holds off. It's still on and off, so I'll put it together anyway, and we'll just see how it goes once it's set up. If the rain keeps coming, we might not do it. If it dies down, we'll probably get a fire started. Okay, so there's the fireplace all set up. The weather is still on and off, so I might just wait 5 or 10 minutes and just see what it's actually going to do. And then if the rain's still holding off, I might just throw some timber in there and get it going and just see how it goes. Like I said before, worst case scenario is the rain starts up again and it goes out, so not the end of the world. Okay everyone, so the rain is pretty constant, you know, it comes in bursts, stops for a couple of minutes, 10 minutes max, and then starts up again. And I have seen other groups of people, they bring their stuff outside, the rain starts up again, they have to take it back into their shelter. So, and they were obviously not very happy about it. So I'm going to take the hint there and just, yeah, skip the fire tonight, which is a bit of a pain. You know, I really wanted to do it, but hey, weather permitting, it didn't happen tonight. But hey, hopefully next time I can start a fire. And here comes the rain again. It's looks like it's picking up pretty quickly, so hopefully next time, weather permitting, we can actually start a fire. But the temperature is really dipping. You can probably see the fog or steam coming from my breath. So it's going to be a bit of a chilly one tonight, that's for sure. Okay everyone, I've hopped into my sleeping bag. It is very cold here tonight, so I've even pulled out my premium sleeping bag, the one that's a lot bigger. I believe it's -8 degrees Celsius, so, well, rating -8 degrees Celsius. I'm not sure what that is in Fahrenheit, but it is a pretty decent sleeping bag. Anyway, like I said, it's very chilly here tonight. Would have been good to have a fire going, but hey, the rain was on and off. Currently off at the moment, and there are a lot of people still partying, music going, and that's probably one of the things that is a downfall of coming to one of these places. Very busy, people staying up late, and the music will be going till very late or very early into the morning, so I'll be dealing with that all night. Anyway guys, I'm gonna get some shut-eye. I need to get a good rest. I'm pretty tired, it's been a long day, so I will see you all in the morning. Good morning everyone. It's around 7 AM. The campground's very quiet, but the sun is up, so hopefully today there isn't as much rain throughout the day and night. Alrighty everyone, so it's around 7 AM right now. People are starting to slowly get up, but everyone's looking pretty worse for wear, a bit hungover maybe. Yeah, I went to bed relatively early last night, probably between 8 and 9 PM, and I slept like a log, slept like a baby. So I am full of beans this morning, and keen for another big day. There was quite a bit of rain overnight. I'm actually surprised that this shelter behind me stayed up. I thought maybe the water would have pooled in the top somewhere and forced it to collapse, but that wasn't the case. Anyway, here's the fire pit. Probably a good idea not setting up a fire last night. So quite a lot of water did pool in it. That's okay. I sacrificed the fire for a good sleep, and today will be a even better day. So I think we should go for a walk around the campsite now. I'm just so I can show you how many people are actually here. that is the campground, everyone. It's kind of split up into 3 sections, so I'll chop the video together to cut out the meaningless walking. But there are quite a few people here, not as many as the place I went to last Easter, and not to mention this terrible weather has definitely turned people off from coming out. So still pretty busy, but yeah, compared to other Easter long weekends, very quiet. Now I'm just down at a river now, and from the campgrounds they actually have a river rainforest walk, and it leads to a waterfall. So it'll probably take 45 minutes to an hour to do it, but it's actually pretty good. I did it yesterday and I enjoyed it, so I have some shots that I'm going to put together for another video, and yeah, it'll be worth watching when it comes out, so I'll add the link in the description when that drops. So I'm all packed up, ready to go. Pretty quick and easy to pack up. I feel sorry for all the other people here. They've brought so much stuff, so it's going to take a long time, and I know the feeling because when I've gone with people before, always the same deal. Anyway, there's where I was camped last night. All clean, leave no trace. Now on to the next spot, but I think I'll go and make some brekkie somewhere first under some cover. Don't mind all this next to me. I'm just drying out all my sleeping equipment, my tarp, sleeping pad, sleeping bag, so that will dry throughout the day. I'll blast the heater and try and dry it out as fast as I can. Okay everyone, so that's just about it for the trip. Second night of the trip, that is. It was a good place to camp. I don't usually like camping in campgrounds on busy holiday weekends. When it's a normal weekend and there aren't too many people around, you can spread out a bit, it's not too bad, but when people are just camping right next to each other and you don't have much space, it's not too fun. But I made a night out of it. The weather wasn't too good. Knocked up that little tarp setup using the car and some coolers, which seemed to go perfect. Wasn't wet, didn't leak, so no issues with that, and I'll probably use that again on another camp. And yeah, I had an amazing sleep. Used a 3-man tent last night and did not wake up once throughout the night, so yeah, I must have been very tired. But it was a nice spot. We'll be back again. I did walk to the waterfall that isn't too far from this campsite, so I might either throw some clips on, or I will be doing another video, so I'll link that to the bottom of this video when I release it. Guys, I do hope you enjoyed this one. It's a little bit quicker in pace than usual, getting set up straight away, getting under the tarp, cooking, but it was still pretty enjoyable. So if you did like it, throw down a like, throw down a comment, let us know if you like going camping on busy weekends or you put it off, and if you really enjoyed it, please consider subscribing. But until next time, stay safe, camp safe, I'm out. and I am out to cook some bacon and eggs for brekkie. Looking good.